Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. As most of you already know, I'm the Light Up Tutor, and this is the Light Up Hub, the only channel you need for GCSE English. Now today's video is going to be an absolute game changer for the majority of you. Just making a few small tweaks to your essays and improving your vocabulary can make such a big impact on your overall essays and how it is seen by your teacher/examiner in terms of grades. So we're going to be going through 3 ways you can improve your vocabulary and therefore improve your essays. As you already know, of course, all of this content is directly taken from the Light Up Hub, which is an online subscription website where you can literally get everything for GCSE English. We're talking videos, documents, quizzes, grade 9 analysis, quote tables, theme tables, context sheets, grade 9 keywords, grade 9 essays, practice questions, you name it, we have it. So if you love this channel, you will love the Light Up Hub. Okay, let's get into the video for today. So let's get your pens, get relaxed, and let's start revising. So we're gonna be going through 3 different things in the video today. The first thing we're going through is how to upgrade words for it shows. Massive one that so many students do wrong, but we're gonna nail it. Number 2 is better connecting words and why they're important. And number 3 is word of the day. Now, number 1, better words for it shows. Now, I can't tell you how many essays I read through over the years, or even just generally the mistake that students always make. In your essay or in your analysis, you always have to say about what it shows. But of course, because we're having to explain what it shows, that word is constantly used in essays. And lower level students tend to only say it shows, this shows, and it becomes quite repetitive. But higher level students tend to use a wide range of ways to say it shows, and it just makes the essay flow that bit better and is of a higher level. So let's look at some different ways that you can say it shows. It demonstrates, it illustrates, it elucidates, it portrays, it exhibits, it exemplifies, it conveys, it illuminates, it denotes, it signifies, this further compounds. So make sure that you write all of those different ones down, and then you can just flick between them in your essay just to up-level the way that you say it shows. So for example, this is how it would kind of change in an essay. Rather than saying, this shows that Lady Macbeth is a barbaric tyrant, we could say, this elucidates that Lady Macbeth is a barbaric tyrant. This further compounds that Lady Macbeth is a barbaric tyrant. And you can just see that just really small tweak just up levels that essay in terms of the way that it is written. It just seems of a higher level. And of course, as you know, we always try to mimic what high level students do. And if we can start doing that in our essays and writing as if we were a grade 9 student, if we fall just a bit below that, then that's amazing. Number 2 is connecting words. Now, connecting words sounds simple, and you're thinking, okay, why do I need to know about connecting words? Didn't I do that in primary school? I know how to do that. But connecting words we utilize in essays to add more onto our point or to develop it in a different way. So that's either adding on more analysis or giving an alternative point of view, both of which are absolutely necessary to get a top grade within English and also will help you improve your vocabulary. So connecting words, let's look at connecting words to begin with to further on our point. So we're adding on to the point we've already made, which is furthering the analysis. We could use furthermore, additionally, moreover, in addition, consequently, subsequently, in essence, notably, in particular. So all of these words are just what we can use to add on and further our point. Now, this is what it'd look like in an actual example. So let's use the sentence we used before about this elucidates that Lady Macbeth is a barbaric tyrant. And if I was just going to carry that on as if I was writing an actual essay, I would say, this elucidates how Lady Macbeth is a barbaric tyrant because of her want to remove her femininity that constrains her. I've just given a reason there because that is what you do in an essay. You have to, of course, explain why you said something. Now, let's look at adding our connecting word and how it can kind of slot into our essay. Subsequently, her calling upon spirits and supernatural powers reinforces her atypical nature, as she's almost depicted as a fourth witch in the play. So you can see there, I've used subsequently, so I've used a connecting word to add on to my point and to further demonstrate to the examiner or teacher that I've got more critical analysis to support my point and to support what I've said it shows, or elucidates in this case. Okay, the other connecting words that are also of super importance are connecting words that give an alternative interpretation. So you can use connecting words like we just did to add on to the point, but you can also use them to give an alternative interpretation. Now, I would always recommend using one or the other in terms of an essay. If you're always using connecting words to further your point, of course, try to use one to give an alternative point of view. So connecting words you can use to give an alternative point of view are however, nevertheless, conversely, in contrast, on the other hand, despite, contrastingly, juxtaposingly. So you can see we can use those for our alternative point of view. Of course, you can use alternatively as well. Let's look at how we can put this in an example in an essay. So let's go again from the beginning, from our this elucidates point, and let's look at how we can add on the alternative interpretation. This elucidates how Lady Macbeth is a barbaric tyrant because of her want to remove her femininity that constrains her. Now this is our connecting word giving our alternative interpretation. Conversely, her want to rid herself of her femininity proves to be futile, means pointless, as she becomes riddled with guilt by the end of the play, leading to her tragic suicide. So here I've just used my connecting word to give an alternative interpretation, again showing the examiner or teacher I've still got this point, but I can also think of alternative ways that it's presented and link it back to my original idea. And number 3 of ways to improve your vocabulary is using word of the day. When I did my GCSEs, although it was a longer time ago, this was honestly a game changer for me. And I used it in A-levels as well. I would look at a word of the day. So whether that is an app you can download, you can look at it free online, they're different like word of the day generators. And I would just genuinely look at learning one word per day. Now, it might not have any utility, you might not be able to use it in the context of some of the poems or plays, or even when you're analysing things in language. But generally, to expand your vocabulary by learning one word a day, you'll be able to integrate it more into your essays. Really helpful when you're doing like creative writing or like letters, speeches and articles, because you've got a wider range of vocabulary. Now, I'm not a fan of the advice to read loads of books to expand your vocabulary, because I think it's not very specific and not very helpful and isn't good in a very short time span as well. Of course, reading is important, but I don't think it's the most efficient way to learn better vocab and to improve your vocabulary at that. So having a look at word of the day. So say, for example, say the word of the day is tyrant. Say you have found online the word is tyrant, it's given you the definition, it's a brutal or oppressive leader. So you kind of remembered that. Then you're thinking, okay, how can I use the word tyrant? Oh, I could use it in terms of Macbeth. Macbeth's a tyrant. I could use it in terms of Lady Macbeth. Lady Macbeth's a tyrant or a tyrannical leader. And then you can start embedding it into your essays. Or let's say, for example, say the word of the day was omniscient. Now, omniscient just means all-knowing. You could think about, right, okay, what text do I study? Or if I remember this, how could I use it in a sentence? So omniscient, it means all-knowing. Who's all-knowing? If I look at the ghosts in A Christmas Carol, they could be seen as omniscient because they know about Scrooge's future, Scrooge's past, and Scrooge's present. Therefore, they could be considered as omniscient. Why would I look at the inspector in Inspector Calls? In the inspector calls knows everything about the Burlings, their involvement with Eva Smith, so therefore is omniscient. Or even you could just try and use it in your general vocabulary in terms of creative writing or transactional writing. Say, for example, we're doing a letter, speech or article, talking about how people think they are omniscient. People think they're all-knowing, but actually they're ignorant to da-da-da-da-da-da. So by just learning one word each day, you will be so shocked by how much it improves your vocabulary. And like I said, not all of the words are going to be useful, but if you get, let's say, out of 7 days a week, 4 or 5 of them are useful, and you start integrating them into your essays, over the course of a month, that might be 20 new words. And that could really help you advance your vocabulary. So a bit of a summary of today's video. You want to make sure you upgrade the way you say it shows. You want to make sure you're using different connecting words and always utilizing them in your analysis. And the third one is you want to make sure you're learning at least one word, a word of the day, and see how you can integrate it in any bits of your learning for English. So I really hope you enjoyed the video today, guys. I think this will prove to be really, really valuable for a lot of you. And make sure you share this with your friends so they too can improve their vocabulary. Now, don't forget, subscribe to the channel because we post regularly each week, and then you can get this content to boost your analysis, boost your grade for English for free. And don't forget, of course, to subscribe to the Light Up Hub because that is where real improvements will be made. Have the best day, guys, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye.